What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN, USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 22nd day of August, and here we are, up about 6% on the day, and it feels nice. It's all right, but we're just doing more of the same stuff that we've been doing for the past week. It's like I don't even know what to call this. It's a very clear pattern: red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. I don't think I've ever seen that persist this long. Um, it's kind of appealing to the eyes or mesmerizing. If we look at it here, 6% volume over the past 24 hours. It's not really what we are accustomed to with these moves up, but we're in this kind of range. I don't really think that that's a problem. It's when we start to move up that we need that volume to come in, or that we want to see that volume to come in. And really, we don't even need volume until we're probably breaking out of this overall low range here, when we're above like 1.5 cents, if we're being fair. Um, at this point in time, it's nice to see OnyxCoin here at 1.3 cents, but I'm not too excited, right? It's very possible that we do see lower prices. Hell, we even saw a lower low today, as it is. I'm sure all the XCN trolls and bears were having fun with that for like the brief minute that it happened. It's very possible that we still go lower. It is very, very possible we still go lower. The low right now is at about 1.18 cents, and we absolutely still could go lower. We don't have any confirmation yet that we're ready to break out and move higher. But I was looking at these indicators before I started making this video, you guys, and I really do think that we're right there, man. We're right there. We're seeing stuff that the last time we saw this move here, right? And I think that we're in a more bullish position now than we were back here to see an even more eruptive move, right? We're only further developed in this pattern. Altcoins, the crypto space as a whole, is only more bullish right now. We got the momentum of Bitcoin ripping through the roof, Ethereum ripping through the roof. It's about to see new all-time highs. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Arbitrum is doing really well. What isn't XCN built on? I know it's built on Ethereum, but isn't it also Arbitrum? What blockchain is XCN built on? Let's see. Built on. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's Ethereum. I should know this, right? I'm the XCN guy. Yeah. Ethereum, which is secured by Ethereum, Base, and Arbitrum. Yeah. So Ethereum and Arbitrum are actually pumping a lot. There's some of the biggest growths that we've seen today. Actually, You don't need to know my location, no. So what's good for those, I think, would reflect well for all their little constituents, all the baby ducks, right? Arbitrum and Ethereum are the mommy ducks, and their baby ducks are going to follow suit. While XCN tokens originate on Ethereum, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I thought, yeah, ERC20, yeah. Protocol operates at a layer 3 system that combines and settles transactions on Ethereum and Arbitrum base layers, with Base providing the economic security for the settlement. Integrated, very what's the word? Intermixed, intermingled. There we go. But yeah, Ethereum up 14% today. Arbitrum up 21% today. I can't imagine that that's going to have any kind of negative impact on XCN, right? There's going to be some positive repercussions that take place because of that. So I'd very much expect that over the coming days we're going to rip just with that alone. But let's look at the indicators. Okay, let's look at the indicators. 4 hour time frame here. Actually, 1 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour and we'll build. Okay, 1 hour time frame here. Shout out to all the people who have believed in OnyxCoin, who have been buying OnyxCoin, buying the dip. And even if you're not buying, you're just holding. Shout out to you guys too, because having conviction will pay off in this thing. It's going to pay off very soon, man. The MACD here, crossing above the zero, big deal. We've done that once, twice before, and it didn't merit much. But if we're looking at this overall, we are trending up. We have higher lows and higher highs, which I'm pretty damn excited about, if I must admit. Stochastics look bullish. The RSI looks bullish. So all three indicators on the 1 hour look bullish. We are at a point where maybe we stop off a little bit. We come back down. I mean, hell, we could come back down to 1.22 cents, come back down to about 1.27 cents, somewhere in that area. We're at 1.3 cents now. Come down a little bit and then move up. Could happen. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just keep moving up higher, but it wouldn't surprise me if we took a little bit of a break here. That's okay, right? 4 hour time frame looking at this here. Stochastics freshly overbought. That break's going to be very insignificant and short because we're ready to keep going, man. When you get overbought like this, you typically don't stop. So I doubt that we stop here. RSI looks good. Actually, it's very bearish overall, but what we're doing here is different, right? Here, you reject in this area, you went down to the oversold zone. Here, you went down to the oversold zone. Here, down to the oversold zone. Here, down to the oversold zone, right? Every time you rejected here, nope, we're holding the 40. Different behavior. Higher lows, not lower lows. Different behavior. Different behavior begets different results. And now we're back up here again, right? If we can get to the overbought zone and start to turn this into some kind of uptrend, I think that'd be very positive over the coming days. So again, the coming days could be very positive. We're at a point, you guys, where we get above about 1.5 cents. We get above these highs here. we're on our way to 2 cents and beyond, and well above that probably by the end of this month even. The MACD on the 4-hour time frame, this is what really gets me excited, okay? Because we've been building up to this zero line, this neutral level here. You see the oscillators here, been building up to this area, finding resistance time and time again, but less significant each time. It looks to me like we're ready to break out. And if this is another moment where we find resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, whatever, it's going to be less significant. So maybe we find resistance. How long is that going to last? Saturday, Sunday, Monday? At the most? Which means what? As early as, or maybe I should say as late as Tuesday next week, we start to rip. As early as today or tomorrow, we start to rip, right? 22nd, 23rd of August, we can start to rip. Once we cross above the zero, what happened last time? And this is what I was comparing this last move to, right? That was like a 50% pump. And that happened from July 10th to July 14th, right? We've got 10 days left as of now in the month of August, right? 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Sorry, 9 days. 9 days left. What am I doing? 9 days. Time math is weird for me. 9 days left. Sometimes I add one when I shouldn't, and oftentimes enough I don't add one where I should. But 9 days left in this month, right? We did that with 4 days. What can we do with the rest of the month? I think that we can see an over 100% pump from here by the end of the month, absolutely. And maybe even more than that. We know 100% pump is child's play for OnyxCoin whenever it wants to move up. Absolutely it is. The bears have been in control for a while, but with their control, it's been a slow, long, kicking and screaming process. You have to drag the bulls down by the horns, man. It's not an easy process, but the bulls, whenever they break loose, they tear right through the ceiling. It's not even a competition of who's in control, right? But we're showing signs right now of readiness for the bulls to start coming back. Absolutely we are, right? Difference here on a daily time frame. Here we were coming up, we had this higher low, and that was nice, but we still had lower highs overall. Here we've got a double bottom look, right? Here we're bouncing off the golden ratio. We're the time before we were actually just above the golden ratio, which is technically more bullish if we're being fair, but depending on this reaction, if it happens the way they think it will, we have a more bullish reaction here. That would imply more bullish results, right? Like if we see a movement that is a little bit faster than what this move was overall, 50% up here, if we move it up 50% here, that would take us about right there, right? It's still a lower high, but if we move up at a faster pace, I would think that we see a stronger move overall, and we would be at like 2 to 2.5 cents, if not higher, by the end of the month, on our way to riches and glory at much higher prices. We look at the daily time frame here on the RSI. Every time that we found support at the oversold zone here before, right, when we kept going lower, found support here, we'd get just above the 40 and then come down. Just at the 40, then come down. Just at the 40, then come down. Here, just above the 40 and then come down. And then once we finally got well above the 40, we started to find support on it. That's when we started to build. Here, just above the 40 each time and came back down, but now we're getting well above the 40. We're above any of these areas back here. I would think we're ready to go. I think that we are showing signs of readiness. And at the fault or the cost of being wrong again, I think that we are at the low. And who cares, right? I don't care about being right or wrong, right? It's about making money. And at the end of the day, I could be wrong 100 times. However many days that we've been, I could call the low on every single day and be wrong every single day. But the 1 week that we're right, it won't matter, man. It won't matter at all. People are always confused whenever I say that. I'm like, you don't have to be right more often than you're wrong in order to make money in crypto. All it takes is being right once. All it takes is being wrong once to lose everything. All it takes is being right once to make it all back at the same time, right? Just depending on what you're holding and what you're doing, right? I mean, case in point, a lot of people who leverage trade, they might have a better track record being right. They might be right 9 times out of 10, but that one time they're wrong, they don't have good risk management. They lose all their money, right? You know who you are. You've been there before, right? You've probably done really well. You're on a heater, and then boom, that one loss. It only took one loss. Not you make 10 wins, and then it's not 10 losses to get back to neutral. It's one loss to be in the negative. You know what I mean? Like that. Leverage trading is brutal, and that's a prime example of you do not have to be right more often than you are wrong to make money. You do not have to be wrong more often than you are right to lose money. It just takes one thing going in the right direction to make it all up. And man, this thing, whenever it gets going, again, this move is pipsqueak status compared to what's coming on, you guys. We've got a much larger move brewing right now. We've got some very big things going. Stochastics looks ready to go. MACD, bullish divergence, and the RSI looks ready to go. I think between now and the end of August, between now and the end of September, we're going to see some glorious price action. I don't really have anything else I want to say. I'm just blabbing on at this point. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We do have a little bit of bullish divergence on the weekly MACD, which is nice. Stochastics look like they want to cross up, which is nice. And then the RSI, of course, if we hold here, we're bouncing at these areas. that we've bounced before, and we've even found resistance before, and we've bounced before back here as well, so that would also look good. This pattern is coming to an end. Whatever this is, man. Whatever this is, it's coming to an end. We're about to rip right through the roof. I'll see you on the next one. Hit that like button. Take care. Bye-bye.